And welcome everybody here in Twitch chat and everybody on YouTube who's watching this video later on over there for some Gruul Twister. So calling this Twister because this is a Gruul deck featuring Living Twister, a card that I just haven't really had the experience of playing too much. But it has like some really interesting stats and being a 3-mana 2/5 and some cool abilities and everything. This deck was from the Mythic Qualifier Championship. Wait, switch that around. Mythic Championship Qualifier. There we go. That was on Arena this past weekend. The person piloting this deck I think they made, I know they made day 2, and I think they may be like qualified for the Mythic Championship with this deck. Maybe they did really well on day 2 also. I'm not exactly sure there. But I know this is a day 2 deck. So it looks pretty cool. We've played a lot of different Gruul decks, and like this one is, has a little twist in it here. So as you can see, you can pay a green mana to return a tapped land you control to its owner's hand. So you can just tap any land. You can tap like a green source, pay a green, and then bounce that land back to your hand if you want. And you can also pay 2, discard a land, and deal 2 damage to any target. This is the kind of thing that does make like combat really difficult for opponents, because if you're like attacking in with smaller creatures against bigger creatures, you're threatening to like throw lands at their creatures, turning any land into a shock, basically a 2-mana shock. I don't know. It just has like a lot of utility. I'm going to be pretty interested to really try it out and see how it works. Somebody in chat was saying that it does seem like it's not going to work super well with Hellkite, because you want a lot of lands with Hellkite for like the Hellkite's activated ability. But maybe it'll work out just fine. And also, it's a 3/5 whenever you have Domri in play. So a 3/5 is pretty big and can fight basically everything with that -2 of like fighting stuff. So I don't know. This is pretty interesting. We have Thorn Lieutenants, which are really good against Little Teferi, plus good against Mono Red as well. So that's our 2-drop of choice instead of Growth Chamber Guardian. So that'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Okay, they did make a top 8 with this. Cool. And then our sideboard is just really, this is a Gruul sideboard here. We just have 4 cards. So do we want to Lava Coil some aggro creatures? Do we want War Boss against Control? Do we want to have like white decks stop gaining life? Or do we want to blow up artifacts and enchantments and have a nice body? Hope we want one of those things with our sideboard, because if we don't, we're not sideboarding. So yeah, let's give this a try. Living Twister does like costing red green is also a little it's a little annoying that it's not red green for Llanowar Elf purposes. It makes it difficult to cast off a Llanowar Elf. And you see we have like even more mountains than forests, which is a little awkward with Llanowar Elf too, but I don't know. We have like some different card choices here with Gruul. Let's give it a try for ourselves. I could see this working out pretty well. Yeah, Crucible of Worlds, that seems like that could be a pretty nice one. If we were playing, like, if this kind of deck was playing Crucible of Worlds, you definitely want Field of Ruins, but that is kind of nice with discarding your land to Living Twister and then still playing it. Yeah, Marty Feather was 3-2, sorry. I didn't update that. And also, speaking of updating, I don't think I updated our Decklist command. No, I did not. So let's do that. You just picked up 5 lands over the course of 2 turns. Yeah, Crucible is kind of nice, especially with Field of Ruin. Whoa, our opponent just said pass. We took good advantage of the Crucible earlier in the mono green Tron deck. Huh. Well, no sideboarding. It's $20 donation, JJ Fire, to have your deck played. Yeah, I'm guessing that they just had like a basically like a no land hand or something and accidentally hit keep instead of mulligan. But now they get to sideboard where we don't get to sideboard. Twister was really strong there. That's true. But yeah, there's an info panel all about that with the donations for donation decks, and you can click that banner that says donate for the link there. All right, so our opponent gets the sideboard because they know what we're doing. They know that we're doing Gruul stuff. But we don't really get to sideboard because we don't know what they're doing. Mono red. We faced a lot of mono red today. Faced it 3 times with Tron earlier. Faced it once with Mardu Feather. So this is our 5th match against mono red in 6, 10, 11. So 5 out of 11 matches today have been mono red. I definitely want to kill the Steamkin. Which they're certainly playing this turn. Twister. Two five's pretty big. It is going to take 2 burn spells. They want to kill it. If we get to untap with Twister, you know, we can throw some lands at like these other creatures. Oh no. Well, I guess I can't throw both lands because we need this Hellkite here for next turn. So I can cast a Lightning Strike and discard 1 land. Yeah, Abzan Dreadhorde Angels is definitely viable. That was a pretty sweet deck that we played yesterday. Yeah, that one felt good. It's all good, J-Jack. That happens sometimes. All good. I was hoping with the blocking here, I was hoping they were going to, you know, Lightning Strike my Living Twister before damage instead of after damage. That's what I was hoping. Gave them every opportunity to throw a burn spell over at it. Man, good old 5 toughness. Can't even use a 3 damage burn spell plus a firebrand at all. Good old 5 toughness. Another one? These things are so big. Hey, JJ Fire with the Twitch Prime sub. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for that sub there. Another one. Yeah, every card is gas. This deck redefines the Shocklands. Nice. Alright, Lava Runner and Chain Whirler. Alright, we should just be able to kill them. That works.
Duels are for push nods. Let's just fuck. No more getting pushed around.
Man, Living Twister was sweet. Living Twister is sweet. GG, Twista. Oh yeah, I forgot we didn't even play a game 1. Okay, got all this cat hair up here now. That was awesome. With a Living Twister Mending of Dominaria deck. Or even just World Shaper. There could be something there. That was actually, yeah, that was really impressive, honestly. Yeah, Hawkeye definitely gave me the assist there in the win, for sure. I don't know if you need the dragons or not. I don't know. This is my first time, you know, that was my first game with the deck. If you don't have the dragons, you could probably replace them with something else. That's going to be your next jank donation deck. Sweet. All right, Sultai stuff. Just don't even have time to play Lightning Strike. Too busy curving out. Ugin? Yeah, get rid of that Ugin. I don't see that card. So just go in haste here with this Hellkite. So we can put a lot of pressure on, because they're going to need to like take a turn to kill Hellkite, and then we get to hit him with Phoenix again. Yeah, definitely glad we just went haste. We just have to hit him twice with a Phoenix. Just need one more hit with that Phoenix. And then we can strike him from the record. Really glad they didn't have Wild Growth Walker this whole time. All right. Yeah, I didn't think they'd have any counters, but just in case, put that there. Well, this is good against Wild Growth Walker. So is this. Do I want all these, though? Like, what? Take out Thorn Lieutenant and... What, do I, like, take out Living Twister in this matchup? I don't know. Twister can, like, hold back a bunch of, like, crappy Explore creatures. Maybe I don't need Tibalt? Because, like, if I do take out Twister, I just don't have, like, defense against, like, the Explore creatures, and I have to, like, kill every single Explore creature with a burn spell. And I don't really like that. I think I'm going to play, like, one Tibalt and take out a Hellkite. For it. Yeah, I want the 2/5. Yeah, it's Reach, lets us block Jade Light and Branch Walker, and we can block Nissa lands with it. Gross. All right, this is risky. Definitely going with the risky one here. Always had it. We're gonna have turn 3 Sarkin.
You call it anarchy? Oh, have at it, boys.
We're gonna have turn 3 Sarkin. Nope, we're not. Spoiler alert.
Have at it, boys.
You don't look scared. I adore an audience.
Fighting, like having these devils fight stuff is kind of cool. We did have, yeah, that's true. We did draw a Sarkhan on turn 3. Is that what I meant? We did draw Sarkhan on turn 3. No.
Any skirmish you can
Oh, I really needed that.
right?
The more, the messier.
I really need that Domri. Okay. Just a mountain away from playing new things.
How this thing? I've seen things that would
Bleh.
break someone like you.
Attack.
Ooh. Now we're getting started.
So they, yeah, you gotta take up Vivian first before playing Jade Light. So now they just like keep this cast down that they're gonna go put away. Did that in the wrong order.
I've seen squirrels hit harder. Balance comes.
We need mountain. We have 9 mountains plus 9 dual lands. We have 18 red sources. We have one of them in hand. There's 17 more to draw here. Mountain. Hooray. All right, let's get started. No, don't have another contempt. Oh, come on, no. Boo.
Meet my newest friend.
That was a bad last card for me to see. And now Tybalt's dead.
I was bored anyway.
Gross. No, I don't really have any favorite Modern Horizons card.
Like I do.
There's a lot that look pretty cool. The set overall is just a really, really well designed set. I don't have any specific card that's a favorite or anything, or any that I plan on basically ever playing. Good game. Well, we came close. We had a pretty decent mulligan. Alright, so Hydroid Krasis also. Alright, taking out a Living Twister on the play. Chance we're not like behind on the play, and we'll get another Tybalt in there. All right, not perfect, but love Phoenix. What makes you say it's a well-designed set? Because it just has so many different things that can impact Modern. There's a huge list. Oh no. That was a card we're not good against here, though.
If you think I'm a crazed beast, the only authority that I recognize is chaos.
And I think there's just a lot of things that can affect Modern for like good reasons, like making Modern games better and everything. It's not like very much just super degenerate stuff. Yay,
Ain't
no
the
explore
first time
creature.
I've been knocked about. My wild beasts will bring your comeuppance.
The Tron deck was a lot of fun to play. And it felt pretty good overall. I think it's better against 3 and 4 color decks than the aggro decks, but it's still pretty sweet.
Oh, have at it, boys.
Well, we're not doing very good at drawing this game. You know, we started with Domri and Phoenixes, and this is turn 5, and all we have are still that Domri and Phoenixes.
Power surges through these lands.
Haven't really drawn anything we
Rise,
want.
my elemental friend. Do not test me. I can help you no longer.
When I'm finished here, there'll be nothing left but dust.
Risky move.
Busting heads is my bread and butter.
Phoenix is going to die to a Chupacabra now if they have that. Which of course they do.
Oh, have at it, boys.
Man, last game we just had our 2 lands and we couldn't hit a 3rd land drop for a while, and this game we've just drawn all lands and a Llanowar Elf. Yuck.
The only thing to fear is my assistants are painfully sloppy.
There'll be nothing but dust when I'm done.
All right, we're trying.
They can only punish you if they catch you.
My friend is here to help your pain.
All right, well, while we're dying here, I'm going to go ahead and get Mardu Feather, finish that up, put that up on YouTube. There we go, it's ready to
I feel
go.
like death.
on, let the blighters feel the ground tremble.
Not being a 6/6 crisis though.
We will not fail.
So the Twister is going to die to cast down. Yeah.
Behold, nature's true power.
And this game's over. I just can't beat a 6/6 crisis at all. This kind of old school Sultai deck is very efficient against me. Why didn't I block?
Seen the last of me.
I guess I clicked through blocking. I thought I was like clicking to go to blocks. That's what I thought. I thought I was clicking to go to blocks, but I definitely wanted to just block the Woodland Cemetery and kill it. Chupacabras and Hydroid Crasises. You don't see too many of those cards around these days, but they wrecked us pretty good there. Alright, this looks like a pretty good hand. Seriously? It's weird. Well, we've won like one actual game, but 2 matches. Alright, and is this mono red again? Ripper, we played one match against a non-mono red deck, and we got stuck on 2 lands and then flooded out. Like, I wouldn't make conclusions about how the deck plays against non-mono red decks yet. That's like the complete smallest of sample sizes. You know, after losing those 2 games like that, you just can't really conclude that the deck can't beat. You know, we win game 1. Yeah, won game 1, and then with Phoenixes doing some work, and then yeah, just kept a 1-lander on 6 cards and drew a 2nd land but didn't draw a 3rd land, and then all of our mana stuff was destroyed. And then we didn't draw a relevant card the 3rd game for a long time. I think our first 7, by the turn 7, we'd only drawn a Llanowar Elf and a 2nd copy of Domri when we already had a Domri, and all the rest lands. Yeah, you don't see Demolish too often. That's not something you see. You want to burn I want to burn all my wild cards on one deck. What guild is the best to build at? Probably Esper. Don't really know what our opponent's doing. Yes. There's not really any reason why I shouldn't have played Hellkite there. There's not really. This game's just kind of over. Yeah, maybe like Esper. Because even moving forward, you have like Little Teferi, Narset, Kaya's Wrath. And basically the Esper hero deck, besides Big Teferi, basically everything else is coming back. Still, even after rotation, you know, Hero Precinct 1, Thief of Sanity, Basilica Bellhaunt, like everything is, like nothing's really rotating there. Yeah, this looks like a new player here. This has not been a very good league. But I can't really control that. Yeah, Sultai has always been a bad matchup for Gruul, that is true. The main thing that was holding Gruul back last format was Sultai decks. Yeah, as Kanta for the control decks. Esper Hero's not playing as Kanta, but yeah, that's something you're missing as well. It's good Demolish. It's a very well timed Demolish there. Yeah, 4-color Dreadhorde is a really good deck. It's certainly changing the metagame too, as people are trying to fight it, as we've seen a lot more Assassin's Trophies, Field of Ruin, stuff like that in the metagame to try to attack that mana base. Alright, shuffle those all back in, draw a card. Put in the burn spells and the demolish back in there. Dragons.
No sword can pierce my skin. Your end has arrived.
Attack. Well, our opponent's happy, and so I like that. I support that.
I summon you.
All right, 3-1. All right, let's see what we get here. Let's see if we get a good match here. Our opponent was playing a land destruction deck. Kill some stuff, kill some lands. Really good curve for us in this opener with Thorn Lieutenant, Spellbreaker, Phoenix. Obviously, our opponent could be shocking in for Opt, but they may also have Shock, and so Thorn Lieutenant's a better 2-drop than what Growth Chamber Guardian would be here, in case against a Shock deck. Ooh. Talk about a card that just never dies to red burn spells.
The focus hone your prowess. So much commotion.
Don't really have to worry about Narset sitting around at the 1 loyalty. So we'll hit them for the other 2. We're just going to hit Narset once to keep Narset from minusing again. Fine line. Living Twister. Crushing it. What is the deal with this league? People just can't handle Living Twister. What is up with this? This is crazy. All right, well, I guess we're on the final boss. Yeah, Twister is the goat. I guess Living Twister is the goat. I didn't really like our opponent's chances of winning that match anyway. I guess they didn't want to deal with it. Our hand was awesome. Like that's like our deck looked really good there. Like that's, you know, Thorn Lieutenant into Living Twister to Phoenix to activate Living Twister plus. Plus play Spellbreaker like that. Our deck looked really good there. This is a bad mulligan. No red mana.
Together, we'll create great things, you and I. Stop!
Not a good mulligan for us.
I'm known for my excellent timing. I've got it.
And so they just have like opt slash or spell pierce. Something like that they're shocking in for, so they're gonna make another 1/1. Guess it was spell pierce. Well, we can make them think that maybe make them think that we're just a mono green deck. Definitely want all these war bosses. Guess I just cut burn spells? Yeah, I guess so. I think that's my plan. Just take out Shock and trim Lightning Strike and bring in War Boss. Could take out a Twister. Just don't know. Oh, please draw. Please draw a third land. Could take out a Twister. I don't know how like great the burn spells are really going to be. I like 26 lands with the Grixis decks more than 25 myself. Alright, we need to draw land. Land. Oh my gosh. Seriously?
Let's slow this down. Don't worry, I got this.
Yay. Turn too late, but I guess it's just like having... We're basically on the draw now instead of being on the play.
Impress me, and I may offer my guidance. Every day is a new lesson.
Here goes nothing.
War is nearer than I thought.
Bleh.
Do you? No, I am am not making this up as I go. Magnificent!
We could have played Domri, fought the 2/2. Attacked.
I try and keep an open mind.
Might demands power. Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Better be careful. I'm a right nutter.
They have the mobilized district also that they get to activate and make a blocker.
When I'm finished here, there'll be nothing left but dust.
Listen to them. I will
Wow.
consume
Never mind.
you.
Alright, that was bad. This is an unfortunate league. So I guess what I should have done was just play another Rekindling Phoenix, I guess. I guess that was my best play, was just play another Rekindling Phoenix and just sit back still. I could like attack with one Phoenix and just play another one. I think that was my best line there. I don't know. We were just behind from the start. Yeah, that was just a pretty poor league overall. We had a lot of just like concessions from opponents, and then the games that weren't concessions, either we had like a couple, like our deck looked really good, but then we had a lot, we had like 3 or 4 there where we just didn't have lands, or we just had a ton of lands. Just had some bad mana variance, which happens with just in Magic. We had some of that. And then just our opponents not really playing other games. No, Mobilized District does not have reach, no. It has Vigilance, but not reach. Didn't play a ton there that last one. I mean, I could have mulliganed to the 2-lander with all 3 drops, I could certainly do that. Just had double War Boss, and so I was hoping that double War Boss was going to be really good for us. Yeah, if we would have fought Sarkin or Spellbreaker into the Dragon, I mean, I could have done that and then had Phoenix attack Sarkin. And that just definitely trades with my Spellbreaker there. Yeah, maybe I should have just done that. Spellbreaker, fight the dragon, and then have Phoenix kill Sarkin, and then my Domri dies, and they still have they'd still have Teferi and Narset and everything. I don't know. Yeah, this was a list, like, for those of y'all asking, like, what, like, some of the cards in the list this was a list that made top 8 of the MCQ this weekend. That had a ton of success on the arena MCQ. So, it had 7 or 8 wins day 1 and then 5 wins day 2. So it had a lot of success this past weekend. And yeah, it doesn't seem like the sideboard seems really narrow. But yeah, I guess the Tybalts keep like Wild Growth Walker from gaining life, I suppose, and everything. Living Twister did look pretty good for us. I think our curve just kind of felt too high. Like it didn't feel like we had stuff to do the first couple of turns very much. Our curve was really high, but I guess if you do, like, we had some games where we curved out, like going Lieutenant, Twister, Phoenix, and those games were awesome. But Twister was pretty impressive, especially with Domri, making it a 3-5. It was the kind of thing that, like, we didn't mind having extra lands because we were just bolting stuff. But I don't know. Just kind of a short league, not a ton to take from it. We lost to a Sultai deck that I think was going to be just a really tough matchup for us, just like traditional Sultai from last format. Chupacabra and Hydroid Krasis were just really hard for us to deal with. We couldn't deal with a big Krasis at all. So that was really tough. But then the Jeskai deck, the other one we lost to, I don't know, we didn't play very much Magic there. I don't know. I guess maybe I'll just try this deck again. Because yeah, I didn't have a whole lot with that league. But besides Living Twister, I didn't really like. Thorn Lieutenant was like okay-ish. I don't know. We just really struggled against Krasis and struggled against a bunch of Planeswalkers. I feel like we could be doing something else somewhere in the deck. Like maybe have some other impactful cards in the sideboard besides just those 4. Better, maybe like some extra 2-drops to help make sure we can stay ahead. Like Harpooner or the 2/2 with haste. Or Spellbreaker, or maybe like some Paradise Druids to help out with mana. Maybe that's what we're missing, is just some Paradise Druids that help the top end of the curve and help us with our different mana requirements and makes Living Twister better. I don't know. All right, that's it for Gruul Twister. So if you're watching this video later on YouTube, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you hit that like button over there. But yeah, that's it for Gruul Twister, and I will see you for another video.